Welcome to Altero, a world filled with romance,
seduction,
danger,
oh no, watch out,
intrigue,
ooh, what's that about?
night creatures, ow, secrets,
Shh, I'll never tell.
and of course, food.
Yummy.
So join us in Altero for Eat, Slay, Love.
Eat, slay, love.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Eat, Slay, Love. We are here on Quest Keep in our beautiful studio full of all of these amazing creative dorks who love to play Dungeons and Dragons together. And here we are for episode 36. But first, we always start our episodes with housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
And we housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Ta-da! Would you like to give us a little bit of notes and things? What's going on?
Sorry, some what's and things?
I'm sorry? Some who's?
Some nuts and things? Did you say nuts and things?
Notes.
That's a lot of nuts.
No, I didn't bring any nuts.
What?
I'm sorry. There's people with allergies, okay? I was told to be careful and sensitive of allergies. That's not true either. I think I do have some nuts there in my bag, but didn't bring them to the table. Hi,
I think
everyone.
we all have nuts in our bags.
Here we are.
I'm laughing at so much right
We're
now.
back in the sweet spot. Let's go. Hi, thank you for joining us and for watching. And if you like what you see and you'd like us to continue to bring you awesome stuff like this, then please go to Patreon. And you can support us on there. It's the best way to support us, actually, is through choosing a tier on Patreon and getting rewards there, because you don't just support us, you also get awesome extras, including episodes of Soundcheck, which we just recorded, and Dice Unfolded, which we record at the end of the episodes and sort of decompress what just happened. And we have some really fun stuff that Matt's been working on coming very soon as well to Patreon, which you'll be able to either get as a reward along with other things in certain tiers, or potentially we'll have them available for individual purchase through the shop on Patreon. So there's you go. And if you like buying stuff, if you support us on Patreon, you can get a discount on our merch on ttrpg.ca. And that's where you can find, all of our merch, which we have also new merch coming soon. Yes, please follow us everywhere, like us on all the things. We are Quest Keep everywhere. Like, share, comment, especially on YouTube. And we're going to jump back into the homebrew world of Altero, but before we do, we would like to recognize the privilege to work, play, and create on the traditional territories of the Musqueam people. If you want to learn more about the world at large and the lands you inhabit, go to native-land.ca and learn more about the world. Ross, take us back.
Thank you, Trevor. All the way to the world of Altero. In the country Orleana, in the capital city, Portalis. We are in the biggest city in the world. It is full of peoples from here, from beyond, doing business, growing lives, potentially being accused of treason today.
All right, okay. Let's not jump the gun.
Do you have to swear allegiance to a certain person in order to commit treason?
I think it's national,
No.
but we're from all over. It's fine. We're fine.
Yeah, also, we haven't done anything treasonous.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's pick up
I mean,
there.
we did set off a bomb. But, we didn't
No,
set it
no,
off. It
no,
got set off.
no,
We rescued.
thank you.
Let's save this for...
Actionable in court.
You are in a walk and talk as you have left the Temple of Alagrapinia, and you are headed towards, do you remember whose estate?
It was like Kafka. It was,
Krofka.
Krafka.
I mean, it was
one letter off.
It was Kafka-esque.
Where does these antennas come from?
Lord Marcel.
Yeah.
Marcel Krafka.
Yes. So,
I don't remember, but my notes do.
wow.
Oh, we are off to a silly start for a serious episode.
Yeah, might be.
You don't know yet. So let you do your walk and talk. As you're on your way there, the route you've already got, it's clear to you. You've been given the information from the tavern when you left the dragon wagon, so that you can go. I know, I did it myself.
That's what they called me in college. I didn't go, but that is what they called me.
Tonight we stay at the Slap and Tickle, so,
So we leave the temple. You're headed through the city, bustling, busy city. It's elaborate, beautiful colors. The part of the city that you're moving into is where all of the noble estates are. You've been here before. There was a bomb. You are now headed towards Marcel Krofka's estate, which, again, similar to what you should expect. Gated estate, several buildings on a huge, beautifully manicured property here in the city. So, pick up where you left off. If you have conversations you want to do while we walk, and then we'll describe the approach as we get closer.
My question is, what is Onovan wearing as a replacement garment? I know that it was we decided it was navy blue.
It was midnight blue instead of black, which is a distinction that only he or other people of his ilk would care about.
You shouldn't have an opinion on it at all, but it bugs the shit out of him.
What does it look like? You were able to get a garment from them. It's probably someone else's clothes that was left behind, as it happens a lot at the Temple of Alagrapenia.
Lacy, deep cleavage.
I think,
Plunging necklace.
yeah, like how
Lacy, deep cleavage.
how deep is the V? I think that's a D8 roll.
Ooh.
Write that down. That's actually really good.
Did you say someone posted it?
I rolled an 8.
Oh, pew pew kaboom. Is that where you're going? Yeah.
Super deep cleavage, right?
I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not happy about it.
How much chest hair does Onovan have?
I'll check.
Check.
It's not that kind of episode, everybody. Cover your eyes.
More than he cares to tell anybody about, but less than it could be, physiologically speaking.
Nice. Also, I didn't know that jacket had a zipper until right now.
Yeah, it's a
You thought
very
it just
well-
like appeared in it? It's just
very well
magically-
tailored, yeah.
There are no zippers in Altero, damn it!
For some reason, I thought that had snaps. But anyway.
It's called something else, and it's more like buttons, but yeah, it's just
Okay, so a deep V, but still a formal jacket.
Which I and the color.
Yeah. Maybe roll a D4 for me,
Okay.
so we can fan art this properly someday.
Fan art? That's a 3.
So it's hard to read. It's got 3 butt bows.
It's got 3.
Butt bows.
What's a butt bow?
What's a butt bow?
Bow on your butt.
Okay, all right.
You spend enough time around lingerie, apparently.
I don't. It's either clothes on, clothes off. I don't know what we're
You
doing.
can have butt bows on more things. No, just me? Okay.
Okay.
I mean, gowns. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, kimono, I guess, have the obi. Yeah, all right, word. Fair.
Yeah, butt bows.
All right. 3 butt bows? Okay. I
You
try to
rolled it, buddy.
I try to hide those. But then I try to hide the V. I'm like, I hate this. I hate this.
You look good.
Don't talk.
Oh, what? Okay.
We need fan art of Onovan in this, like, lacy thing, and with he looking cranky and then smiling Senno and fishnet.
I won't lift my leg because it'll be loud in the mic, but yes. Because of the chair.
Got a loud leg.
I have I have.
Didn't know?
Yeah, Onovan's mad at his outfit, but that otherwise he's fine. So
Okay.
bring it back.
I mean, I think it looks kind of cute.
Yeah, it looks good.
Cute isn't what I am going for right now.
No, you look respectable. Just not like you.
This is not respectable.
Maybe not where you're from, but it's nice.
I mean, it's high quality. Like,
Yeah.
you're still showing money here, if that.
Okay.
Your chest looks good.
I don't. Okay, let's. What are we going to do about potential accusations of treason?
Well, they made a good point that if we were being accused, it's likely that we probably would have been already, like, arrested and not just summoned.
Yeah, I also don't think, like,
We could be just
we're
witness.
in Orleana. Empress is unlikely to be falsely accusing anyone of treason, because, like, you know, a big part of her thing and why they like her here is that fairness and, you know, the safety of that. So I don't think that she's, you know, we're in danger of being framed for treason necessarily, but, like, I think probably, yeah, after last night they want a little chit chat.
That's fair. I don't know. Let's just see what it is.
Yeah.
Did you bring your son with you? Or did we leave?
No, we left
At the
Rocket.
Got it. That's right. Okay.
The one who actually did have the
Yeah, that guy committed
That was,
treason.
that was the selling factor for leaving him, because I was like, and then it was like, you know, he just did try to bomb with
Attempted
yeah,
moida.
let's not bring him.
He didn't mean it. Ah, he did. Oh,
Roll perception on approaching the estate.
Alice, strong point.
I think I got this memorized.
Holy shit, nat 20.
oh
Hey. Ooh, nat 17.
good number.
Plus 3, dirty 20.
Second
And
hit.
I will, I guess, lower the DC for myself.
Okay.
That's not great. An 8 total.
You're looking down.
Just straight down. Real low, too.
And
Top of the belly button.
what I'll give you with the lower roll, but at least that you look around, you don't feel like you'll be out of place. Maybe it's not the fashion that's popular this season right now, but you are fashionable relative to everyone else who would be in attending what is clearly high tea. You've got an impression of what the manners involved are, the root of what would happen, and you're not really paying much attention to the city itself or the estate, but the people arriving as you look at your clothes and you're like, I will match enough still. So you're fashionable, if not Onovan.
Okay.
Yeah. With the 17 and the 20, the estate grounds are decorated for what you would anticipate is it's a very floral, extra garden display.
This is nice.
And it looks like they've got it decorated for an event for other nobles. And the people arriving are all coming in carriages and everyone's dressed up, but they're dressed like very spring and fun, even though it's not quite that time of year. So there's some sort of theme to this event, probably.
This looks like more of a to-do than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. Oh, they have those little cucumber sandwiches with, like, the crust cut off.
I've never had one of those.
Oh, they're so good. Like, classic high tea.
Oh.
Really good. Little, like, macarons as well.
I'm more of an onion sandwich kind of guy, I suppose.
It's a choice.
It's a good choice. It is.
I'm not saying it's not. It's not my choice. But, like, good choice for you. As long as you're happy.
He does not look happy.
Yeah, but maybe if we gave him an onion sandwich.
Oh, maybe there'll be an onion sandwich?
That feels like it could be a double entendre for something. But
It's not
pleasant.
It's not an onion sandwich. It's not an entendre. It is just what it sounds like. It's just a sandwich with thinly sliced onion and a bit of egg aioli and on the edges.
Cooked or raw?
It's raw.
Raw onion.
With salt that wakes the flavors up, and it's cut thin enough that it is not an offensive taste. Can we proceed?
Probably leads to some offensive breath afterwards. Okay.
Other information that you would glean, however, is that you'll recognize a few people.
Oh.
One that you haven't spotted, but you would recognize previously talked to Onovan.
Ooh, I didn't write that one down.
Hugo Polchus.
Polchus.
Arriving with a whole bunch of people in a little bit of a to-do and
Go bloody polches.
Well. Here go bloody Polchus.
Is Clem Fandango there?
Yes.
yes,
I can hear him. I can hear him.
Yes.
yeah, okay.
Yes, I can fucking hear you, Clem Fandango.
Clem Fandango is added
To the NPC.
to the NPC list. And with the nat 20,
It's
you'll
a
be
fisherman clam fandango.
Clem Fandango.
Or a prostitute. Sorry, you were saying? Let's get back on track.
He works hard.
TPK, you said.
People. Okay, the nat 20. I want to give you the information that you can pick out that there is someone who probably works for this estate, although you do not recognize her personally, but she's clearly running the show. People are arriving, she's checking lists. She is the person who everyone is checking in with, and then they're heading out from there. And it seems as though there are, as you're approaching, there are also in and out Imperial guards traveling through the space, and Krafka's own guards. And so from the colors of the estate and the build of it, you notice that there's a lot of gold filigree across his place, and you'll notice yellow and gold on some of the guards, in addition to blues that are really common around Portalis. But the gold and blue that are decorating the personal guards of Krafka are around the estate, but you'll pick out Imperial guards are present, and they are touching base with the woman at the gate. She is dressed in a very high-collared, formal, but simple, sleek gown.
Oh, now that's how you dress.
I'm guessing that's Aurora.
Oh, I mean, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
have
she's
no idea what she
over
looks
there.
like, actually.
She's over there doing all the organizing. Yeah, me neither. She just like Imperial guards talking to her. She seems very in charge.
Should we just go right up to her?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Slick back hair, short, small bun.
Hi, I presume you're Aurora?
No,
Oh,
quite a bit not.
oh, sorry.
Can you point us to Aurora?
She's inside waiting for her personal guests, which I'm guessing as you're asking for her, you might be. I am the Dame Trill.
Dame
Trill.
Trill.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I am Doros Hart.
I'm Ella. Laris.
This is our friend, I can't even talk today, Onovan Ongit.
Oh, yes. Have heard about you.
Yes, he's
Across the...
not feeling himself. He went through a very emotional betrayal yesterday, so.
I am distraught.
I have been informed by Vogel about the events at the...
Have I heard of Dame Trill?
maybe roll. You would have studied a whole bunch of people's names as you were.
That would be a natural 20.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, I heard of you.
Oh, I heard you. Okay.
Trill?
Go, go, go!
So can I call you Dame?
Boom, 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 boom.
Her full name is Gorna Trillium.
Gorna? Trillium?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Careful.
She manages this estate, and she is also the liaison that connects all of the people who are like heads of estates for the council members.
Okay.
So she's very connected, and she is another one of the like fixer type people. So if someone wants to talk to a noble or get involved or get invited or whatever, she manages the stays of people at other noble estates.
What was the full name? I was fucking around.
Gorna Trillium.
Gorna Trillium.
I
Not the
say,
sexiest name I've ever heard.
I return her gesture and say, and your reputation precedes you also.
Oh, it does?
It is an honor to meet you.
Oh,
Thank you. I'm just condolences.
Thank you. It will be difficult, but I am sure. Yes.
You know, you'll be quite popular at the party.
oh. We do you know? Happen to know
People
why?
are really into like recently bereaved people.
Yes.
Intrigue in the
in this.
court and all of that. Everyone wants to say that they had something to say in such events.
Hugo hasn't stopped organizing on your behalf.
Do you happen to know why we are here. We weren't expecting to come here. It was a very mysterious, not a lot of information kind of summons from Aurora yesterday.
Yes, and you can tell that she's already made eye contact and has made a motion while she's been talking to you, and there are 2 Imperial guards on their way over towards you. She says, yes, and the guards will take you to see Aurora.
Ah, okay.
She's having private tea. The rest of us will be hosting a traditional high tea,
Ah.
which she will attend.
And this is like, do you guys accuse people of treason like all the time?
Well,
How do you have high tea and treason? We got told that this is often where treason happens.
What?
Well, not where it happens, but
No,
like where
the
people
tea-
are like accused of treason.
The T does not stand for treason. I think we should be all right.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but like, yeah, high treason is a thing. Anyway.
When someone is of noble enough stature, we make a show of it together as a group.
All right, it's you that's treason then. 'cause
I am
we're
not
fucking noble
There's
at all.
been no treason.
No.
It doesn't always come to be that a high tea event includes the dramatic, but if it does, tends to be where the nobles police each other.
Ah, I mean, that seems important, I suppose.
Indeed, checks and balances and all of that, but it is.
It's much better.
Yeah, corrupt people disciplining corrupt people. I bet that works out great. Sorry, what?
Well, it's much better for them to stop someone in their midst before the Emperor steps in.
Yeah, that's true. You don't want to bring in, you go to the top. It's gonna be bad when they decide something.
Heads.
Well, that's great. I guess we should get in there, talk
let me
to
introduce
Aurora.
you to Aurora's personal guards.
Okay.
Seems like a good start.
And you watch as they've come over. They are 2 guards wearing the Imperial outfit, but they don't have any weapons with them. They look different from guards you would have seen doing other patrols. They're wearing very similar outfits in terms of the white and blue of Portalis and the Imperial Guard, but they have no apparent tools to police with.
Would we, as maybe not citizens of Orleana, but people who have spent a lot of time here, would we know that level of guard, wouldn't have weapons and what they probably would have, which I assume is magic?
Yeah, I think that would be common enough. Roll history for each of you just to give you a little bit of a... You can roll an advantage for yourself.
Nobody suspects the Spanish Inquisition. Nope.
Rolled a 9.
You know the basics then, right?
4 total.
Oh, wow.
4 total.
I rolled a
At
3
advantage?
in my history. Oh, at advantage. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you.
Did we all? Oh, just him.
He's
9 total.
Mine was a 4.
Same as me!
Mine was a 4. Yeah. We don't know shit.
You know the basics. You know what everyone else knows, but you would still anticipate that they are probably high-level magic users. That they are well armed. They're just not carrying swords, right? They are prepared to defend queen and country. They would be Aurora's personal guards, and so you would anticipate. You already know that she is also magic capable, so they are a little squad, elite squad of sorcerers or wizards,
Okay.
other magic users. And as they come over, they are obviously male-female twins, though, so they look almost difficult to tell apart.
How you two doing?
Okay. That's what I was rolling for. I was totally rolling for is that Anthem's
I
king.
psionically say we are not hitting on Imperial gods. We are not hitting on Imperial gods.
I did
They're
it.
people too.
Just the people. We are not hitting on Imperial gods. Please.
Maybe we can talk later.
And,
Hello. What? I just say hello.
okay, did you both... Okay.
No, I'm not. For the record, I rolled a 6 to see if Anthem was into twins or not. It's not a thing for Anthem.
I mean, Ella's just into...
Yeah.
We know. We know.
And she will introduce you then to the two guards who approach. And she says, "This is Dairo and Kaivar."
Dairo?
Daivro
Oh, Daivro, sorry.
and Kaivar.
Like Dairo, Dauros. I was like, that's kind of close.
And the two of them,
Which one is presenting as what?
masculine presenting is Dairo, and then Kaivar is feminine.
Kaivar?
Kaivar. And they both, confident, casual walks. They have similar hairstyles.
They don't need to use a sorcery point to use twin spell.
Nah. We're gonna die. I don't think we're seeing what's up.
And they then nod towards you all. And they're like, "The lady waits."
Okay,
Yes.
let's not keep her waiting.
I go to adjust where normally my collar would be when I'm about to enter such events, but instead I just hit the edges of the deepest V, and I'm just like. Proceed.
Sorry, he's having a very troubled time. He had a hard day yesterday. We are here.
They kind of like laugh and they're like,
Not his normal outfit.
"Let's have tea." And they walk you through slightly different route than it looks like everyone else is going. Do you work to avoid Hugo through this passage?
Not to avoid him, no. But if I do interact with him, I will keep it brief, I think.
He rolls a 3 on noticing you, so does not. Yeah. And they look like they're just casually walking through the place. They take routes that are behind places that look like they're trying to block off people from traveling, and they cut through. And it looks like they are setting up tables across the large open spot inside the house for people to have tea. So there's tables full of little pots and teacups, and then stands that are covered right now, but clearly it's probably where all of the small little delectable bites are. And so the tables are also, all of them are set with names, and you watch the people are heading out there. So they walk you, however, down a different hall towards another spot where they lead in to an open, double doors open up into a very large auditorium type space. It would probably be another banquet hall almost, except that there's only one table there, and seated at it is a woman. She is dressed in a very fine long gown. It has a plunging deep neckline, and it is dark purple. It wraps around her waist and then all the way to the floor. She has a scarf across her neck and a long pair of gloves for both arms.
Damn.
And her dark hair just cascades across her face and down her back and her shoulders in huge billowing waves of curls that go from all of the colors of an Aurora. So, blues, greens, black.
And does she appear human?
She appears human.
Oh, all right. Watch Ready to Roll if you want to know what I'm talking about.
She appears human. She sits at the table waiting. And her seat also has little name tags on it, and there's spots for 4. There's a little name tag on each plate, and there are teacups and beautiful, elegant teapots. And then in front of her is already an exposed tower of cookies and pastries.
Little cucumber sandwiches?
Roll a d20.
Roll for sandwich!
Roll a d20.
Roll for sandwich.
Speaking of the twins,
Oh, yeah, oh.
I think that's just what I'm gonna roll for the rest of the day.
9. If it's just straight D20.
Yeah. You get excited that it might be cucumber, but it's zucchini.
That's also not terrible, but it ain't cucumber. It's all.
But raw zucchini in a sandwich.
I rolled a 4.
Okay. And lots of onion sandwiches.
Yeah. Ooh.
for the first time all day, his attitude kind of perks up a bit, but then he's like, "Oh,
Hello, our apologies, but our friend Morgathra is answering a higher call and was not with us for the last day. But we are the Slayers of Convenience as requested. -1.
Well, take your seats.
Okay.
And each of you can find your names, and then there'll be an open spot for Morgathra Kegforge.
Does it say Anthem or does it say Daro's Heart?
It says Daros Heart.
Okay.
she got you."
Fair enough.
She's the spy master. She knows who we are.
I just want to know. Yeah, that's a statement. So, yeah.
What does mine say?
Are you laughing
It's
at
so
the
loud
yard
outside.
workers? Yeah, there's some lawn maintenance happening outside. If you're wondering, what the hell is that noise? Dylan, play some music.
It says Alalaris.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
It's what it would
Yeah.
be unlikely.
yeah. It says Alalaris.
That would be impressive.
I think also beneath it, it says a little bit of your, like a title for you. So beneath your name, it says Performer, and beneath your name, Performer. And then beneath your name, it it says the piece about what you would have applied to come here as a noble. So,
Right.
you know.
They're
well,
coming for us.
no, because you would have been here as like a traveling academic or
Yeah.
like a visiting scholar, like whatever expression you would have used on paperwork as you come through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and then
Sorry, my stomach is just growling. You can't normally hear it because I'm wearing more layers on my front.
Yes, it's like somewhat a rhythmic sound, but also like a steady.
Yeah,
kind of,
that is what hunger sounds like for me.
growl.
I mean, it smells like they've got onion sandwiches for you.
I am most pleased and looking forward to having a taste.
Sit down.
we're not here at the formal tea. Obviously, everyone else is out having a party.
Yeah, they all looked a little more fancy than.
Yes,
Well.
forgive me. I
Deep V twins. I've been waiting some time to meet you all, of course.
That's the same. We keep hearing your name. Like, some people said you were looking for us, and I was.
Yes, Kaivar! And you watch as the twins come in, and then the two of them, and she's casting magic as she is pouring tea for you all.
Okay.
But the teapot just pours. Yeah, she's casting magic. No, she's pouring teapots, so she's managing that. And then you watch the twins come over, and they stand between the two of them. They both spread their hands like this, and unfurls in front of you, just displayed magically in the air, is a map of this continent. And as though there are strings between all of the places you've traveled.
do 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 do. And then gets me teleported
Yeah.
a bunch.
And you watch as it does as this map unfurls magically. And there are lines that represent each of you in the colors that represent each of you.
Okay.
Most known for the blue of a Lagrapinius feather, the red of your hair, the gold of your eye. Morgathra's blue. For each of you, the
Different blues, I guess.
yeah.
Tonally.
Interesting. I'll have to figure out what exactly the tone of her blue is.
Yeah, if you reference the base of the miniatures, that'll help. That'll help.
It's almost like we planned there'd be a color for anyway. So but like it shows also that like there's elements of the threads of your story from before you all met in Orleana. So you notice what would be one direct line for Mog, which is directly from where she started in Toranique to Kanda.
Yeah.
Did she walk
But like
over a
little jobs, different
mountain?
jobs.
Like, what the- just walk straight? Like,
Probably under.
yeah. Yes.
I mean, I suspect she took the river and they're just not.
Do 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 do.
What is this?
It's a map
Yes, I know.
showing all of us in what we've been up to, where we've been.
She pulls from somewhere within her dress a monocle that she then like puts on and looks at it. And she's just like, you know what it is a fascinating story of what the fuck is happening.
I mean, you tell us, because we've had a very strange few days.
Yeah, I mean, you're the spy person, knows everything.
Well, and I don't know everything, and that's the really fun part. And you're going to tell me it. And we're going to work together to find out whether or not you leave here today.
I mean, I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. So, yeah.
Okay, so I was coming to Kanda because of some problems and some magic items that are unacceptable.
Is it with this guy, this Halidon prick?
It's part of it.
Okay. Wait.
And
I say
this
prick.
missing scroll.
Do you know anything about him? Because he showed up to us.
I know
and
lots
was
about him,
Very
and we're
threatening.
probably going to have to kill him.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
good. Yes.
That's sort of like
is
our
excellent.
eventual plan, probably.
I mean, I feel like
I
it's
don't
something not planned.
Well, yeah, not planned, but like it appears that because of the path that we have been beset upon, that it will probably come up. He will be an obstacle.
Yeah, he has
Yeah, are you
positioned
familiar with
himself
the
very
term
much against-
BBEG?
I know that he's a wizard and he has a cult of wizards, and they are very difficult to catch, and it's definitely something that I'm tasked with.
Yeah.
But it's more complicated because they are completely fucking with the moons.
Oh, it's them?
Yes.
Okay.
And the gods are involved, and it makes it very tricky to catch them when a trilogy of gods are in your way.
Right. The reason why
Yeah, the gods are fucked up right now.
the reason why we are involved at all is because the gods are involved.
Yes, you're selected.
They must be
apparently,
crazy.
right?
Selected?
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that, please?
The gods must be crazy shit.
The gods.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
yes. Okay.
Yeah,
You know, I was warned slightly that you'd be a handful.
Are we a handful? Are we being
couple
being
handfuls.
forthcoming as you ask?
but yes, as far as we know, I mean, I don't know about being a selected. The only ones that are definitely selected by gods are Allah and now Mogathra. That's where she is at the temple of her god, who is
Yeah.
now her god.
Semjwa.
Yeah,
Always
yes.
was, I guess.
Semjwa
Yeah.
cleric, she's
She's
in
at the
training.
temple of Semjwa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you watch as she nods towards the twins, and they make a motion, and the map moves to be a map of just Portalis. And now it is dun, 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 just where you guys have been in Portalis, each of you, and just a little blinking spot.
How are you able to track our every moves like this?
Information from a network of people who all report back and give information.
I mean, we're not exactly the most subtle crew walking around.
That's true.
Yes, much to my chagrin.
And roll insight.
Ooh, 22. Advantage. You have my ring of truth telling.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I also rolled a 22.
6.
22. Yeah.
That second roll is a botch, so.
Oh, damn.
As she moves, you watch that the monocle she's got, it kind of distracts you a little bit. It seems she's using an item that she sees something different. The map, probably, but you're
so
distracted.
cute.
And there's now tea in front of all of you.
Shiny.
High rolls. There are elements to the way the chords of magic connect the spots you've been on the map. Some of them are more distinct than others. And so you would guess that there are spots of this that are conclusions that you've traveled between places. And some of them are confirmed. And so probably the way she is looking at it with her monocle tells her more information about.
Like who the informants are that gave her that information about that part of the path.
Does it look accurate?
Yes.
Even the teleports.
So now that you're looking at Portalis, you see an arrival at the port, and then you see locations that you've traveled. Most of them are pretty straightforward, though. Like, it wouldn't have been hard to know that you've been to some of those places. You could ask to go back to the other map if you wanted to really dig into it, but you know, what you would just glean from the high rolls on the quick review of what's moved in front of you is that some of these are guesses, but really dang good guesses.
What's blinking? You said something's flashing.
Where is Mog? In the city, at the Temple of Semjua.
Okay.
So you see inside the Semjua market, near there is the temple. The temple has the blinking color of where Mog is right now. So she already knew that Mog wouldn't be joining you.
Okay, so you're saying you want from us information. Are you trying to help us?
I have no motivation to help you. Other than, for some reason, you seem to be champions of gods who are standing against...
Is that not reason enough?
No,
Why?
it isn't, is it?
Do you have reason?
I don't have reason
To
to stand
impede
in your
us.
way either.
Oh, good. Because that has not been going well for people because of either interventions of others or it's
I've heard that too.
So 23 insight.
nice.
Her neutrality is truthful.
So this conversation is for you to determine whether or not there is a reason for you to stand in our way.
And if I even could.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, things have happened beyond us,
Yes.
like to us, and
You know when you have
wild.
your favorite garment and it has a loose thread? And do you know when you pull?
I want to talk about that right now.
Go on. Yeah. Oh, you're just leaving it open. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And you pull on the thread, right? And it can be that it just opens up and it ruins something. Or it just comes loose. And vanishes to the wind. And you watch as she kind of like pulls a thread out of the tablecloth here. But she's doing this magically and it just kind of unravels. And then you watch as she moves her hand and it just lights on fire and then dusts away.
Oh, Mug would love that.
I suppose we should ask on her behalf.
Yeah, what's your backstory?
Let's have drinks someday. But what I want to know right now is why you?
No idea.
Okay,
that is-
so I arrived to Kand because I am chasing a magic item, and I am on an adventure to find, hopefully, Haladon and his piece of shit friends. And if I get a chance, kill them. A slippery man. And I have so many things to do, so it's sort of a, like, can I catch him? Great. If not, we're on it. He's difficult to find. For example, I could not present a similar map to you with him.
I mean, we're available for hire.
He does vanish, teleport to and fro.
It seemed a couple of days ago that he wanted something to do with us. We have not heard or seen any signs of him for a few
I
days.
chased him all the way to the forest, and then, of course, it exploded.
Yeah.
We heard
Yeah.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah, we were not there when that happened.
No, we'd already technically we were in Lendar.
Nor,
I know.
nor were we involved
Kareen
with the.
gave you tickets to the Lendar Monster Hunt.
Yes.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yes, I just.
So it had a flash of it as we.
Did she tell you that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Why would she have any reason to hide that?
I thought we knew that.
So, I'm in Kent.
No.
I'm looking for the scroll. The scroll is in the air. It's
Kind of
already
scroll.
on the move.
Oh wait, yeah. What kind of scroll?
A magic item. I love artifacts. And collecting them and making sure that they're not used against Orleana.
Do we have any scrolls? Like, what kind of scroll that might help us here?
I'm not going to tell you that. So,
Wait, is it?
Well, then we don't have your scroll.
I don't remember if we're supposed to know that that exists or not. We. Yeah, this is a meta moment. I can't remember if we know about it or not, or if Orla.
I think
Lyra have
you
it.
you knew that Pietro gave something to Lyra that she was supposed to take to Portalis.
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, yes, yes.
I just
yes.
couldn't remember if that happened while we were there or not.
I mean, Lyra's not super secretive
It's
about
like
it.
30 episodes ago.
Hella
You may be like,
definitely doesn't.
oh, wait.
No, we did know. Okay. Okay, so there were some people in Cannes when we were there that we all kind of... When this group assembled, there was 6 of us.
And she's pouring tea. And
We were all at the Candy Club. And everyone else in the room all partook of the beefcake, and they all exploded into giant pus bombs. It was absolutely
Yes.
horrendous, and we ran away. Mog was working there. We were just there for different reasons. I don't even know why.
I performed
Never heard
earlier.
that. Oh, right. I knew that. Why were you there?
I was invited.
By who?
The hosts.
Of the Candy Club?
Yes, on behalf of my house.
Oh, okay. But there were 2 other
I mean,
people
I was
there.
invited to perform there.
That's true. I was given a ticket to go there. Faurine and I had just reached an agreement, and as a gift, she gave me her ticket to go there. So I was there in her place.
Nice thing. I mostly avoided the past. That nice pirate girl. Cute.
I knew Mog was working there. Yes, I understand all of that. So
Yeah.
you go to the event. Charkas somehow escapes.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. He blew up.
Well, he looked like he blew up.
But he was doing, he was doing.
No, he's
all
been
the-
spotted since.
Oh no, I'm dying! Like it was.
It's been
Yes.
spotted since? Cool.
We've seen him since.
Confirmation.
So
Nice.
the man lives, and that makes complete sense because he's a slime. So
I'm sorry?
Like, literally?
Yeah, like a
a character trait or an
fun of him,
actual-
or are you saying he is a slime?
Or just slimy?
We did encounter a slimy, oily individual.
Yeah.
So that is
I would say buttery.
not my favorite of words, but yes, that
Again,
is
did
also
we establish her as a were slime, or were we just joking about were
Joking,
slimes?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
she's not.
Yeah.
Charkas is. So
All right. Addition to where are they
He's-
now?
Hey.
the first of Haladon's successful experiments.
Oh. Okay.
Yes. So
So he's aware something?
slime.
Aware slime. So he got bit by a slime?
No.
No.
No, Heladon made them. Like
he was
Amelia
ex-
and Doug, Bob,
experimented,
and stuff.
Oh right. But they weren't bit?
No, they were created.
How? Do you know?
I would very much like to know.
Oh, okay, you don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's dangerous magic and completely fucking illegal.
Well, we know that there are.
You can't just run around and turn people into things and then let them loose and then sacrifice them to some gods and completely ruin everyone's magic.
So we know that the moons are involved with the awareness of it all.
Wait. Ruin magic?
I think that's his plan.
Could you explain that, please?
How does that work for a big wizard guy?
Does that have to do with...
He gonna ruin his own
ruin
magic?
his own magic, unless he's...
I think
Only myself is fine.
that if you can't have everything, you don't want anyone else to either.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Like
thing
a
people do.
teenager.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely not. But he feels that way about love. And I think that he equates it with magic.
He's a bit of a magical feeling.
So...
Do we remember that the plot is against the goddess of love?
Not yet.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
what I thought. Just
That's
check,
that's
just
a
check.
thing we haven't pieced together yet.
Check, check.
And
Do you know what was the skin witch, the lich? What was her name?
Patches.
So Patches.
Patches.
Have you talked to Patches in the last few days?
Have I talked to Patches? No, not directly.
Okay, so I don't know if you know about this, but when it comes to Haladon, we were told that he's trying to like ascend to godhood, essentially. So,
They'll just let anyone in these days.
well, yeah.
Not Patches.
No, but Patch. Well, the jury is out on Patches, but we know some people who are trying to, they're dealing with a whole god ascendant thing. But Patches was saying that Haladon might be trying to.
Do you know that she named her whole underground city the Sapphire City, when that is already the nickname for the most beautiful place in the world? This is Sapphire City. This is Portellus.
I don't know if it's the most beautiful place. It kind of smells like shit, but
Yeah, but
it's a.
beautiful is like more of a visual thing than scent, right?
Yes, that's true. But it's like I mean, I think they're tied together depending on the scent. Anyway,
Have you ever been to a large city that didn't smell like shit?
Yes, I've been to several that only smell like piss.
that's funny.
Interesting.
But like
I don't know why that's funny.
it is a crowning achievement of like people's building ingenuity. But I've seen natural things that are potentially more beautiful, and there's probably a place in the world that's more beautiful than a city.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
We shouldn't
what is
be-
beautiful?
We shouldn't
you
be
know?
arguing these semantics right now.
She's out of it.
I know.
That's true.
Please.
Over
Carry on.
high tea.
Yeah, high tea's a good time for chatting.
All right. And then she gestures to the twins, and they move again, and you watch as they manipulate this virtual, beautiful display in front of them, and it moves on from what was the city of Portallus to the constellations.
Interesting.
And you're looking at a star map. And she says, "Now, explain."
Explain what?
Yeah, I don't know shit about stars.
Arcana? I don't have it.
What do you mean?
She's asking you a question that you probably don't know the answer to.
Okay.
But you can roll an intelligence check to see if I think that you would have some additional information.
Straight intelligence?
Be like nature or.
Pick something. I think.
I mean,
that
it's all
you're-
the same to me. I don't have proficiency in
Yeah.
any of those, but. 16.
Animal handling. No.
Nat 20 plus 1 for pick a intelligence category.
18 plus 1. 19.
Okay, so she's put up a display of a set of constellations. It's not something that you guys have interacted with a lot. All you know is that the moons have been weird, but you haven't really experienced something about what she might be getting at here. She thinks that there's some sort of information on display that would be relevant to you, but you are all like, what? And
Are there
as she-
specific constellations?
Yes.
Can I just know which ones they are and like a connection between them from this?
Yes, and so they are going to represent
Power
very
through.
distracted. There are 3
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there are 3 constellations
Like a trinity?
that are representative of gods.
Oh.
But this one you don't recognize. The other 2 you do.
Oh, okay.
Hest, Tyrkir,
Oh.
something else. And then there's something missing here, but it is a set of stars that
In
can
a
represent
triangle, you say.
in a triangle. Opposed to that is another set of 3.
I mean, is it Eureka, Hest, and Tyrkir?
No.
No.
In the other set,
Edangadi.
Yrcia.
Oh.
Yes. Opposed to these.
It changed to Yrcia from in the first few episodes of Eureka. Is it both?
Yrcia. It's pronounced a couple of different ways.
I was
Yeah,
just-
like
we
Danilestra,
Okay, cool.
Danilestria,
It's basically when someone goes with it, that's how you know it from where you're from.
Okay.
Eden Gadi versus our
Yeah.
pronunciation of Gadii.
So, Semjua, Edangadi, or no, Yrcia and Lycopenia?
Yeah, it forms. There's a whole bunch of them now as you pay more attention to it. They're still in the shape of another triangle, but it's like populates with other constellations.
Oh. I mean, I can't explain all of this, but I'm gonna pull out my notebook. Just be like, okay, so in this, we're trying to piece this together, but I don't know why you're using the constellations to represent it, but yeah, over here, Hest, Tyrkir, over there, Yrcia, Dangadi, Lycopenia, like, we know all these gods are tied into something, but we don't exactly know what yet.
And we don't know what the third one is then.
No.
I rolled a 19 on seeing if triangles are triggering anything. Like, wait. Triangles seem to show up a lot. Or,
Only in the last little while, as you've been spending some time here in Portalis, you've been feeling the same thing with your god connecting you that was experienced by Arladan and Razar, where moments between when the two of them were together, or elements that represented them, seemed to just cause a moment of flowing to look in a direction. And you had a moment like that too, where you felt like things have sort of connected you. You and Allegrapinia are a part of an opposing triangular force.
interesting.
And it's now populated, it's not just 3 gods, although there are, gods on this opposing force side at the corners of the triangle, but you're populated with other support along the way. It seems like it's almost everyone against this other group of 3. And the more that you focus on it and pay attention to it, all of the gods that you've connected with before, the ones you know about, some of them you don't quite remember, but it almost seems like as you watch, it's like a swirl of stars moving across this map. And the constellations that would represent all the other gods seem to be aligned in some ways: good, evil, neutral. These groups. But they are all aligning against 2 evil gods
And a third.
and something new.
Something new. Oh.
What does the something new look like? What is that pattern?
Does it have a constellation associated?
Yeah.
And as all of you are staring at it, and she's been looking at it too, and she's just like, I've been staring at this for so long. And then she motions to them, and they pull up just that section of it. And you watch as the stars seem to resolve into a shape. And it looks like a train.
Neat.
And then it fluctuates and moves again. And it makes another shape. And it's in motion.
Progress?
I'm hoping that you know more than I do. You've been talking to your god. You've been chosen. The fates chase you.
That makes me think of progress. It also makes me think of Lionel's, what was his name? The guy who was not actually a person who was making the trains. Raj.
Yeah.
Raj Feathers. He who's actually Vermilion.
Yeah. These
Right.
The
real.
god of kindness.
Yes, we met the god of kindness. And my brother, turns out, is married to the goddess of play.
When I was in Rake, I got invited to a wedding, and it seemed like love was fucked up. Like, they just suddenly, didn't want to be together
It's
anymore.
happening everywhere.
Really?
Well,
My love tried to kill me.
Oh, shut up.
Thank you. I just wanted to make sure.
I would like to ask you more questions, but not in front of your companions.
What? Why? Are you comfortable with that?
I am.
Okay.
cool. And you
I
said we could ask questions over drinks or something.
Yeah, maybe once we're done actually dealing with whatever this is. It's a bit improper until then. So, what do we do?
Well,
I want all of you to now tell me everything.
Well, I have visions from Allegrapinia that I see connections between all of us. There were like threads tying us, and that's sort of what brought us to help your brother and meet the god of kindness and everything. And it also brought us to Patches. That's like kindness was trapped by Patches.
Which
And,
brought us to Hammerlane, which brought us to...
Yeah, we got to party with Hammerlane. That was awesome.
I've never met her.
Oh, Great,
yes.
great dwarf. One of the best. But
A lot of fun.
She gave me a cloak.
Sarish is cool.
If that
I wasn't going to say that, but yes.
if that constellation represents progress,
I know it's missing from a collection that I would love to complete someday.
It's just a replica.
Wait, what do you mean?
The world's most amazing magic items belong to the Empress of Oleana.
Well, this one belongs to Saresh.
Yeah, don't they belong to the person that owned them? Like, they're not Orleanan, so
For now.
really belong. I mean, if they, like, how much money you're willing to pay.
No, this is not for sale. This is going to be returned to Saresh, as I promised to Hammerlane, because it is one of her best friend's cloak.
You know, we're always willing to pay whatever the amount is in money, because that is not an object. If you decide to change your mind.
Well,
No.
good to keep in mind. But probably not.
Low on my priority list at the moment, as the world might end. So, I am not a force against you, unless you would betray Orleana to make.
You can't betray something you haven't sworn
Your
allegiance
mission.
to. Now, look, you have not offered us. We've already given you a lot of information about what's been happening with us, but you haven't offered us incentive to want to give you.
You are
more.
operating freely here in the city.
Yeah, but you're not offering to assist us. You're saying I'm not standing in your
she
way.
is offering to continue to stay out of our way. Isn't that right?
Well, look, we don't like this Halidonna guy. We want to fix whatever the hell is going on with the moons and the gods. So it sounds like maybe if you're being honest, that our motivations align. So why not help us?
Because I'm worried that that's also not what's supposed to happen. And if you're on a path that is set, then it's difficult to tinker.
Well, if it is set, it is set. Am I right? Then in that case, it will happen no matter
Do
what we
you
do.
know
yet
that? That's
to
the big
intervene.
I don't
question
think-
here.
I don't think so.
I don't
Do
think
you
it's
know
set.
that?
Like, otherwise we don't have free will. We definitely have free will.
Yeah.
I don't think it's set.
So you don't feel anything that you are out, that there is no control. You feel like you could walk away.
No.
Well, I mean, I could walk away, but why would I walk away from what Allegra Penny wants me to do? She's definitely I feel a push in a certain
She's in
direction.
the stars too. She aligns
Of course she is.
in our favor.
The,
Well, she does.
if we walk away, there will be repercussions. Incentive, as it were.
I mean, I don't know why we'd want to walk away. This is the best thing we've ever done.
I feel like if we walk away, then
We've only
Bad
known
things
each
will
other for a few days.
I mean, individually.
look, I don't
Okay.
know what part we are going to play in this. I don't feel like I'm necessarily the most important thing, but I do feel like if we don't see this through together, then it could have very drastic results. So I'm not walking away from these people. I had a really good motivation to do so yesterday. 2 days ago? 2 days ago. But I don't
2
think I
days
can.
ago. Strict sleeves.
Oh, yeah. We came here from Lantier.
I know.
Strix.
Okay.
You had cool little mimic babies.
She left yesterday morning, so your information is a little off.
Was it yesterday morning?
Okay. So, you don't quite understand what you're doing.
Things seem to kind of.
You are-
out for us.
It washes across you. You are not given direct instructions from the gods.
Not direct instructions, no. I mean, Allegra Penny doesn't really give direct instructions. She just sort of like, you feel the direction you need to go. And then when you get there, it's like, it becomes apparent what.
Mog got slapped in the face by Semjua.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
That was very direct.
Yeah.
And we directly met Vermilion.
Do you get what I'm going at here? Should I aid you,
Yes.
or
Yes.
That's because you want help. But if I
Yes.
fix things or I help you, that doesn't...
It might not serve your interests.
Or yours.
Or you have already alluded to which gods align with your interests and which ones do not. So clearly you already have some idea
I'm not...
of what you want. And what...
Well, I want
and
what's
what,
best for the Empress.
Right.
Is she a worshipper of
But
a
you-
particular god? Or goddess?
She supports all the gods. Good, evil, neutral, across all peoples.
Okay. That seems very...
So then your interests lie with those gods which would allow her to retain her power.
The gods operate here through people and directly themselves. If you're operating or a god has given you power and you're dangerous and you will stop her from making things better for everyone, then of course you will be a problem for me. And I'll be a problem for you.
I mean,
But-
making things worse for people is the last thing I want to do, so.
If you don't get caught and you and your god operate and you're not disrupting the citizens, then that's fine.
So,
We celebrate the god of murder just as much as we celebrate the gods of joy.
so everything is as it was before we entered this room. We simply don't get caught.
Why were you coming for us in the upper forest?
She wasn't. She was coming for Halidon, I
Well,
think.
Halidon, but I also knew that something left the city.
There was a variable, and it was us. She did not
Oh,
know.
no, it's the scroll that we don't have, by the way. We don't.
Or Mog.
Or Mog. Interesting, because the reason I know you were coming to the Opal Forest looking for us, you seem to be working with Farine, who told you that she gave me tickets to Lendar. Well, she gave me those to get away from you. It was a warning that you were coming looking for us.
Yes,
In my pocket to Lendar.
I have most of this info, but it all seems to be difficult to parse out. Because I want, in the end, for all of this to go back to the moons moving across the sky and we kill Halidon.
Yeah, I mean,
The
I think
harder
we're
I
pretty
work
much
to get
agreed on that.
involved, the farther from me the plot gets.
Yeah, okay. I feel like that's a step along our way. I don't. To me, it doesn't seem like Halidon is the last thing we do.
No, but what he wants.
Do you understand what I
Aligns.
mean, though? The harder I work
really.
to pursue you, and the more we get involved with there are other clerics and paladins, other representatives of the gods. The harder everyone works to understand what's happening, the farther we get away from the story.
That is interesting because
Wait.
only two of us are involved directly
I
with
know.
gods in our lives. I am.
And only one of us at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, it's only in Rake that.
Yeah, I've got like a couple of degrees of separation kind of thing.
It's fascinating, isn't it? The country wants to support you, to make whatever moves it takes to bring this to a conclusion.
Okay.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think so.
It sounds like to support us, you need to stay out of it, and that doesn't really jive.
I don't
with you.
enjoy it.
You said money is no object, so give us some of that.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'd rather not
expenses.
be. I'd rather not be in the pocket of the Empress.
It's not being in the pocket. Wait, it's
We
a
did go-
contract. They gave us money. for the expenses.
Everything has a cost.
Yes, we're interested.
I mean, services rendered. What?
Kill Haladon?
I mean, yeah, kill.
Destroy the
if
cult?
if we correct the moons and
Eliminate the
lot of the gods,
Eliminate the unusual wares.
then
Hey, no.
I don't feel good about that.
Yeah,
Well.
I went to a lot of effort to protect the unusual wares because they are just as deserving as anybody else.
How many of them died in the cataclysm after our
Well,
departure?
definitely not all of them.
Yeah, I assume
ambassador
that you got
here-
tabs on Amelia and Doug, and Bob.
They got names.
The
now.
ambassador of wares here in Portalis will meet with you.
The ambassador of wares. Wait, that rings a bell.
I feel like we heard about her
Yeah,
before.
yeah. It was a. Oh.
Going through notes.
We had a Mr. Darcy moment when we talked about it previously. Yeah. So, that's fine. The ambassador agrees. They would like to bring people into the fold. They want to protect people more than they want to be associated with death.
It doesn't feel right to eliminate them because honestly, all the ones we met, well, not all of them. Some of them were dicks, but they're just like regular people, and they
some
all
of
seem
people
to
are
have been. They did not remember who they were before they were aware, so they were not aware of being.
Aware.
Yes,
Yes, it's the thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's like they were apprehended and then their memories were magically wiped or something and they're being experimented on. They are already victims. It is not fair to just eliminate them.
Yeah, I'm not going to be a party to just eliminating them.
No.
It's like, honestly, werebeavers, weremoose, they're really friendly and fun. You know? Not like werewolves at all.
And if such
Although
action...
the
The
ambassador...
werewolves would disagree, as they are working very hard to change their brand.
Yeah, and I'm just saying these wares would be helpful in changing the were brand.
Well, I'm not as...
have this? No, you have this.
What's that?
Sorry, this is a meta moment. You have a letter of introduction to the Ambassador Darcius, who's a were-tiger.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about it.
No.
Okay.
But it was
You know
written... But it was written by...
Tamor.
You know what I'm gonna know? Is that it's time to take a break.
Damn it.
Yeah,
I suspected as much.
I suspect it. Nobody suspects. Everyone suspects that it's break time. We will see you in a few minutes.
The plot thickens.
Are you ready?
What is sound check? What do we do on sound check?
Well, technically, we're supposed to count to 5 so that you can balance our audio. However, we no longer count to 5. We do stupid voices and characters, and you're not even in the sound booth anymore. So, quite frankly, I don't know what this is.
You're a lost kid in a grocery store looking for your mom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Buddy, I'm right here.
Oh, I know.
Alas,
Well, go on.
you're the mom panicking because you lost your kid in the grocery store.
Oh, for fuck's sake. 1, 2, motherfucker, I'm gonna count. 3, 4, 5.
I'm sorry.
I had a black mom, sorry.
I was waiting for 4.5.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Sounds good to me. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
Sometimes the only way to face the darkness is to embrace the darkness.
Welcome back Heroes! Yay!
That's us.
I am not a barbarian!
Settle down, settle down.
You do you, babe.
Kill a few people here and there in the name of don't kill me.
There's a little something else in there.
We've been through some stuff together.
This is
haven't
how we create
Peer
bonds.
pressure.
It's been the best part of my life.
I'm not going to the temple.
You start to vomit all over Aaron. No!
He had a fling with a tiefling.
Maybe I should wear like a sneaky detective outfit.
Are you sure I can't tempt you? With this.
That's not delightful. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight and you guys are turning it into a sex thing, and that damage was trash.
And what is your 7th favorite tree?
Oh my god.
Friends solve puzzle together. Friends, our team. I'm good at killing things, and you guys are passable.
Hello. Oh, lovely wedding.
He is now engulfed in flames.
I think I got in a couple good hits.
Fennel's unconscious again. Hello, Zap.
Whoa! Drop a 0.
Estravel!
She is the devil.
Okay, so she's looking for a vessel, and that's...
Do not let that happen.
Focus fire.
You are so hungry. The familiar and unfamiliar faces of everyone you've ever killed. There is no justice here, only sickness. And I am the cure.
No.
Her eyes go black.
Oh no.
No, I'm down.
Saving them is... That's it. That's all. That's all. That's everything.
Not ideal to have to kill your friends.
She repeats back words that you said to her once. When a statement must be made, it must be made loudly.
I've found people and I'm starting to feel like a real person again.
Because I have friends. I have friends now.
We're back.
Was that you?
That was not me.
Okay.
That was not me.
That's just playing straight up there for you.
Yep. I don't know where it came from.
Yep.
Free.
Private show. You are all having tea privately with Aurora.
Yeah, we're spilling some tea.
Spilling the tea. And she, so she's been putting up these displays and these maps, and now you got a bunch of information, so you can ask me some questions now, because I will give it to you all that you've seen a bunch of these maps of your routes and travels and this star map. And that'll be a way that you can ask me, like, hey, what was that about again? Who were the gods on which sides?
I do have a question in that
Okay,
regard.
let's go. Because I want to be able to say, like, this is information that's yours, whether we said it literally here, you would have absorbed a bunch.
The one that was showing where we had been, did it show, because like our path, you said it showed a bit before that, and that's fine. I'm not going to go into that because we haven't established that, but like from Cand to the Opal Forest, from the Opal Forest to Lendar to Dragon Encounter, from there to Sapphire City. Sapphire City to Rake to the Grove before we went to
Yes.
Lantier. Now, does it just show Rake to then Lantier? Because the only people there were us, Mog, and then Reaper Wheatflow, and a Pixie. But that we went from there to the Grove, and like the Green Mother's got a real protection.
She
thing,
doesn't
secrecy
know
thing going on.
you were at the Grove.
Okay.
She knows Rake, Lantier,
Okay.
but there is sort of like a blur kind of line, like it's like a, as though it's like a static in the line. And so it looks like what she knows is that you went somewhere and then you traveled.
We showed up there. Like we missed a day somewhere. Okay.
But there's also other elements that are missing, so you know that you've disappeared from her ability to perceive you a few times. And in those moments, she's just got spots on the map. But she's also trying to make it look like, I know where you were the whole time. So she's not showing like, she didn't write a big question mark on there.
Yeah.
There's not like a WTF.
Yeah.
sticker
The
thing,
fuck?
right? Like,
Fill the blanks in.
yeah. So what she's done is create the best that she can. It is surprisingly accurate, but she doesn't know about the Grove.
Okay. Cool.
Do you have other questions about what you would have gleaned looking at that map? Does it make sense that you've got a collection of, it forms basically like two opposing triangles One is just the two gods that you know are involved and working against you, and then something new, which Haladon is connected to. And then on the other side is an opposing triangle of evil, good, and neutral gods that all seem to be connected as an opposing force against what you are fighting. Does that make sense?
Yes. The only question I have for that is something I need to ask in character.
Okay.
So.
Awesome. Any other questions about the maps? Okay. If we need to, we can draw it out later if we want to, or provide it for our audience on Discord and Patreon. Maps. Also, it's fun when you go like Kund, Lendar, Rake, Grove.
We've been all over. We've been everywhere.
Everywhere, man, we've been everywhere.
Not
Can't
quite.
afford this.
Not even close.
We've been a couple places.
It's like on the map of the world, it's like.
Yeah.
We're more of a Dragon Age 2 vibe. We're just staying in one place. Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you're still back with Aurora.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump me back into the characters then.
Okay. This. So I see the representations of the different gods here, but I'm curious. Where did you get the way that it's laid out? Where are you getting these from?
In what sense? I'm curious. I don't understand your question.
Like the triangles, the two triangles. Why are they laid out this way? And where and why do you have this information? Like what led you to this?
Everyone who works with me, who has powers from the gods, or connects to a god, or, well, you know, somewhat bedroom secrets, I guess. We've been able.
Love a good bedroom secret.
We've been able to establish that this is the case.
Okay.
Appropriately vague.
Yeah, but I still don't understand the triangle thing.
Maybe we'll walk and talk.
I think that would be best.
I think someone made a triangle as like we've gotten signal, but I have no idea who.
The,
just like when I saw it just seemed like
When you were at,
triangles seemed familiar. Like
out of character meta, when you were at the Sapphire City Club, I went on a side quest with an individual who presented a insignia that was a series of two triangles.
God damn it.
So
All right.
Ruz did say when we were just chatting about things that like in Orleana, somebody has given us the triangle symbol and none of us noticed it. And I do
it's
not
the rock.
remember.
Is it Jay-Z? You're like, oh,
Yeah.
you hear that?
Somebody's flashed us like a triangle or something, and none of us picked up on it.
Okay. Damn. All right.
Because if you didn't see it, you probably don't know it, and they're asking the question.
Oh yeah. And now we're just gonna be looking for triangles everywhere.
It's a far triangle, man!
Is it you?
I don't know, man. I'm from up the block.
Just like
Just an architect. It's a strong shape.
it's just an instrument that I know how to play.
It's just you guys going over to every person who plays the triangle in the band and shaking them. And you're like, tell us what you know!
And they don't stop playing, so it's like ding, 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 ding.
Shaking down cheerleaders. Form a pyramid.
It goes all the way to the top. It do though. Okay.
Okay, so you watch as Aurora, she just sort of makes a move to stand up from the table. She's like, we'll walk and talk, and you'll excuse me, and we'll be right back. And I have to attend to something anyway, so this makes good sense.
That wasn't happening the whole break. The whole break. Anyway.
It's perfect.
Yep.
So you'll notice that she will look to the two.
Power through it.
Yeah, power through.
She'll look to the two twins to stay with you.
To stay with us too?
Yes.
Okay.
So we're gonna pop between the two scenes. You guys with the twins.
You better not be making out when we come back.
I mean, I can't speak for Allah.
Okay. And while she stands
Doesn't
up,
seem like the time or place.
That's the first time I've ever heard you say that.
That depends. If
Matt said that.
that depends entirely on whether they can get her a cucumber sandwich or not.
Wow. Innuendo. Okay.
I like it.
okay. So while Aurora stands, though, you notice that she reaches back towards the table and she picks up what has been invisible sitting in front of her, and as her hand touches it, becomes visible a gun. And then with this beautiful, ornate, intricate gun, she then pushes aside her skirt. And she's got around her thigh, a place to strap her gun to. And
Even Onovan's like, that's pretty hot.
Something moved.
Just enjoying them thighs.
yeah. It's very intentional as a motion. It's specific. And then as she moves briefly, the whole skirt just seems to take back over. And so it's impossible to tell that there would be anything there as she moves.
Onovan will also stand up. He will adjust the collar on his deep V, so like down here. And then he will reach down to the table and pick up an onion sandwich.
Nice.
And then he will pick up one more onion sandwich and walk with her.
And she leads you from the room.
No wonder he doesn't get laid much.
Yeah, I'm going to freshen my breath.
Yeah. Cast fresh and breath.
You should try the onion sandwich, though.
Want to split one?
Yeah.
They're so tiny.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm gonna like it.
really small.
Yeah, I only want one bite.
And they're also very good.
I botched. Thank you, Ella.
No problem. It's all right. Take it or leave it.
The taste was okay. I just don't know what's wrong with my swallowing mechanism.
I mean, everyone gags at first.
Okay.
It's been a minute.
We move into the hallway where you're walking with Aurora. She has a brisk pace. And as she kind of moves down, you can kind of notice she's kind of just adjusts her dress and makes sure that she's looking good. And she flips back the curls a bunch and just like cascading wave of them. And she's like, all right. So, do you want to talk about the portals?
Yes, I do. The Empress has a vested interest in them staying as they are, yes?
Quite.
Right. Then I would speak with her.
Unlikely.
Well then, I will not speak with her, and whatever will happen, will happen.
We have opposing forces outside of what the Slayers of Convenience will do to save us.
There is a triangle of gods that are on your side, and a triangle of gods and entities that seem to be against your best interest, no matter what facade you put up of remaining neutral. Your allegiances are laid bare. Now, one of those stars, one of those constellations is something that you cannot account for, and it is progress, not through a natural state, but from outside of this realm and outside of our understanding. You flaunt it upon your thigh, even as we speak.
This is going to be so exciting.
I agree, Agent Aurora.
And at the same time that she smiles at you, she pushes open the doors to the room where the nobles notice you're arriving and everyone turns.
I finished the last of the sandwiches.
And she walks into the room, and all of the nobles seem to part and stand aside. And there are 2 people seated, finishing their tea. And it is your good friend, Hugo. And across from him, the man you recognize who runs Roth's estate. Vogel Gray. Who, you don't even have to roll insight, is the more nervous of the 2 men.
What, pray tell, is this?
Well, we've found the culprit responsible for the attack at the Roth estate.
Which one is it?
And you watch as she kind of comes over. And then she pulls to her side, where someone else is waiting for her, a crate. And it's full of little eggs. And you recognize it from the airship. And our good friend, Mr. Vogel Gray, has been found guilty of treason.
Oh.
By all of the nobles here today.
Another betrayal. I would like to cast Detect Thoughts. And I would like to first scan through what Hugo and Vogel are thinking at the surface when she says they have been found guilty, or that he has been found guilty.
Your good friend Hugo Pulchess is having the best day. He sees you. He is thrilled. He is imagining what he will do when he can put himself in the middle of everything, like he already has done. And he is so excited that he's discovered the plot of who planned everything and who was the key member to betray the Roth estate and all of the nobles of Orleana.
Is he wearing any discernible jewelry?
No.
Okay.
So you have a good impression that he's given all of evidence.
Ooh.
He is like, I've given all this evidence. I was a part of it. I found the person, and then Onovan is here, and
he's a snitch for the purpose of a good story.
Yes.
Damn. Hate to see it. Okay.
He's just giddy. He can barely stop himself from like going into a whole laughing fit about how well and expertly he's played this scenario out. Next to him, the other man, whose thoughts you can read. He's guilty, but not of what he thinks they're accusing him of. He has betrayed Austin Roth, yes. He was a part of something happening at the manor. Didn't know what it was going to be. He didn't expect the fire. He didn't expect all of the other elements.
Okay.
But he has been plotting against his boss. And so he's like, doesn't matter anymore.
Okay. I look at him, and then I look at the court at large. And what were the grounds of his treasonous accusation?
To bring down a council member.
Who?
Why, the man he works for. Such a crime. To be caught.
If you would permit me a demonstration of the power of my house.
You're visiting. It's unusual. You watch her look across at the council members present. Roth is not, but the other council members here represent a quorum. And they all nod.
I require a monocle.
She smiles but passes you hers.
Mundane.
Only in your hand.
Very good. And I hold the monocle out. I look at Vogel and I say, observe. And I dive in on the detect thoughts spell.
Okay.
I am casting it at. Let's see. It is a second level spell. It can't be upcast. I'm going to cast it as such.
I'm going to come back to this moment.
Okay.
As we cut back into the other room. Coughing on an onion, eating a small sandwich. The twins guarding you.
Yeah, Daron, any chance that we can get, like, mimosa or Caesar, something else appropriately brunchy?
The twins kind of look at each other and they're like, yeah.
Well, we're probably not allowed to leave the room, so can you do that?
Yeah, I've already messaged someone, you know.
Nice.
And then someone arrives and they just bring wine.
So what's your backstory?
Oh, I was born here, and then, you know, now I do this.
So what's this?
Well, I work for the Queen, the Empress.
Yeah. Do you always work with the Aurora?
Right now, we do.
Was it your first time to see us today? Or have you seen us before?
I've seen you before.
Oh, where? What were we doing? Because we've done some cool stuff in the last few days.
And you watch the two of them kind of look at each other, and they're like, they do this motion a lot, where they look to each other, make a connection, shrug, nod. And then she goes, Scries, first of all, we've been, seen you through some magical means. We almost caught up with you previously, when you were in
The forest?
the forest.
Right. But did you see the vampires or did you see us doing anything cool?
Why are you asking? Do you want us
Just
to
curious. I don't know. What do you think of us? Is what I guess my.
Oh, that's a different question.
Oh.
Have I watched you do something cool, or do I think you're cool?
Not, impressive or.
Okay.
We've done some cool things.
Do I think you're impressive?
Not just me, but us. I mean, should we feel honored that we were left under the direct supervision of you two, that were considered a threat or something like that?
I don't think you're a threat.
It's always nice to be a person of interest, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
We do think you're interesting.
Oh, that's nice. Okay. Are we detained?
Yes. Did you want to try to leave?
Not really, we just got wine.
Yeah. I was just wondering. What? Did we see the door? Did we see them leave and we saw the door that they walked into okay. Is our friend being accused of anything?
No.
Okay.
Are we being accused of anything?
No.
Then why the hell are we being detained?
Because that's not the same thing.
I mean,
usually in a just society, you need to be suspicious of a crime to be detained legally. Otherwise, you're just abusing your powers.
You are in a society at the pleasure of the Empress of Orleana.
Okay.
I mean, technically, they can detain you for whatever. They just can't arrest you without. They can be all down to the station.
But don't you want to? Don't you guys want you're on a mission for gods to save everything, right? So, right?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
That's why, do you not feel like a bit of an asshole for detaining people who are on a higher mission than...
Luckily, I don't have to worry about that.
I mean,
I sleep great.
detaining is like a couple hours. Probably. Hopefully. I mean,
And they also, you notice they also drink. They both go for the same kinds of sandwiches. Like in unison, they pick up a cookie. In unison, they pick up a thing. In unison, they drink.
how many other things you guys do in unison?
Cutting back to you.
She's already making a roll.
You dive. You dive into the mind of Vogel Gray. And with the way the spell works, how do you envision this going? I'll give you the information along the way.
Like I kind of harness in on the what he's actually guilty of. There's like an echo or like a thread there, and I just like touch that and like follow that line through the obscurity of the surface thoughts and look for what he actually is guilty of.
And all the things that he's been trying to do over the course of months have been attempts to line up the death of his employer, a man who he feels like has betrayed him and the people. But given that the councilman, Austin Roth, is so well connected and respected, and he's always just outside of punishment by the Empress and his companion nobles, but Vogel feels like if they can't on behalf of the people, he would. And so he has been plotting for months to find a way to just have the man die mysteriously.
Right. Is he correct? Like, is he...
He very much believes he is.
Like, he believes it. Like, I can't get past that feeling of like...
And all the things he's
like-
thought about what this person's done have been things that if only the other nobles and the people of the city could tell, they would know that he's disingenuous and that he's doing things that are hurting the people in a way that he feels like the Empress wouldn't want, but who would tell her in the way that would make sense. And he goes on this chain of thoughts of thinking about all of the things that if he could have ended the man's life, he would have saved these other people or places and things about the world that Roth has been modifying. As, you know, from across the city, just talking to Alla about, you know, moving people out of places of art and culture and beauty in order to have it fashioned into something that would bring business and progress, but not for the people who actually live there.
Right. Interesting. Does he have in his mind, anywhere in his thoughts, any factual evidence? Anything he's seen, anything he's touched?
You'll start to connect as you dive to names associated with mining companies. And Roth's connection to them and money that is funneled through his estate and power in order to bring others into this fold of a group of companies and people who represent them and wealth who have been buying property to change the world around them.
Would that be misaligned with the interest of the Empress?
In the way that Roth's done it, on the surface of not getting caught doing anything technically wrong for a noble to be doing, no. But at its core, he believes very much so. She wants the best for all of the people in a way that really she can still manage and control it.
Okay.
And he believes in her. Like, Vogel believes in Orleana.
Right.
And it's so difficult for him to expose someone when he is not of a noble status.
I'm going to touch those thoughts, and I'm going to speak into Vogel's mind and say,
I need you to do exactly what I say and think only on these thoughts.
He focuses.
And I start to weave an illusion spell on the monocle so that it turns into like a projection of those thoughts. And I say, behold, the truth.
The element for him that is the most obvious of what you're asking him for is what is it that he's fighting for and he feels like Roth isn't, and how he's betrayed them, is the purchasing of another piece of land and the destruction of an ancient ruin area where there could have been things like magical artifacts that Aurora collects or the Queen collects, and power and mystery. And in place of it, they built a mine. You have a whole record sheet from another noble's house that you found back in Kanda about all of these similar companies purchasing property. And as he builds this vision of this mine, it also is destruction all around it. And there's a moment that you can see in the memory he has with Roth of the conversation of, doesn't matter how many, it matters how much.
And with that, I end the illusion spell. I end the detect thoughts, and I pretend like that took effort. And I adjust the collar on my deep V. And I hand Aurora back the monocle.
And she takes it and she walks up to Vogel and she puts the monocle on. And she puts her 2 feet together and she bends over very close to him and she looks through it. And she steps back. You've been found guilty by the nobles in this room, Vogel. They vote for your death. But perhaps the Empress decides herself. In this case. Nobles, councilmen, councilwomen, friends of Orleana present. Does anyone disagree? You watch across the room as they all look to each other to decide if they will suggest, along with Aurora, that this becomes an issue for the Empress herself. Back in the other room, where you guys have snacks and wine,
And
the twins
probably are playing our instruments
Very
and just
little
having
agenda.
Yeah. What I will do is stand up,
Okay.
but I'm not like
Boom, boom, boom,
playing an instrument and just kind of like playing along, just not singing but playing a song. Ooh, Nat 17 plus performance, so 27.
Are you playing something common, like a song that people would know?
Yes. Yeah. I would do something that is like a very, what's the word? In favor of the monarchy. But just the tune of it, not singing the lyrics. And I'm standing essentially to see how they react to me getting out of my seat.
I'm spoonsing away.
Yeah.
Like rhythm for this. I rolled a 15 on my performance for my spoons.
They start to sing.
Okay, cool. And I just want to...
Haunting harmony. They're surprisingly good.
Forever and ever and ever.
Okay, I just want to, I'm just going to be like, without any sort of intent in my step, I want to see if I can get a better vantage point on what's happening with Onovan.
It's
Did the doors close behind them?
yes, and you can get an idea that you can get an angle out into the hall, but you can't see what's happening in the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, you can still see the hall, and there are servants and guards.
All right.
It looks like it's a patrol still, so you do see someone move past occasionally.
Okay. And as I just like meanderingly take a couple of steps towards the direction they took, or they.
They keep an eye on you, but they're also singing while you play.
Cool. All right. And they're like, hey, well, you guys are really good.
And then you just hear them both like continue with their part. If you take a break, they take a break. They're very in tune with you. You would assume they have training in a bard college. At least somewhat.
Interesting. Wow, that was I was not expecting that. That's
We were expecting that.
you were I mean, okay, yeah. Give us nothing to do for a minute and we'll probably play something. That's true.
Yeah.
You've gotten better at the spoons too.
I know. My practice has been paying off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good rhythm. Do you perform often?
They look to each other the way they look to each other whenever they do elements, and they both kind of turn back at the same time. Only privately.
Oh, that's a shame. Yeah. That you're very talented. It feels like something that you could do. Have you ever done it for the Empress?
Yes.
Oh.
She likes music.
Oh.
That's nice.
What's not to like? Who doesn't? People who don't like music, I don't trust.
We agree.
Yeah.
And they also, like, in their, because the unsettlingness of the way that they drink their wine, and then they take a break, and then, usually, if someone hears us, it's the last thing.
Usually.
Is that like some sort of...
No, it's nice.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you want to do another one?
They look to each other. You'll notice that they barely blink. They, and they're like, again.
Same song? No, you must know something else.
Just play.
Again. So creepy. Note to self, make creepy twins in Hero Forge.
Ella
right.
has the flaw of I'm a sucker for a pretty face, so she's not registering.
Oh, okay.
She's like, they're saying nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I will start playing another song, and I'll be like, let's do, and I'll name
Full
it.
addressed.
Let's do the full address.
Yeah.
Okay, Ella, you got this. Bardic inspiration. And then I will start playing that. And once they start singing along, I will message.
Harmonizing, yep.
I'm gonna message Ella.
Oh, I mean, but they'll do a harmony.
Yeah. And then once there's enough distraction, music, and whatnot, I'm just going to send you a message that is, I've got a bad feeling about this. Be ready to fight these two or however many, and make our way to Onovan.
I don't think that's necessary.
That's it.
Great.
I don't know where else to go in this moment. I'm a little lost.
I think it's great. It is awkward.
1, 2, 3, 4, fall addressed.
Intentionally awkward, right? Intentionally awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sing with you. And you guys message and...
I mean, they just seem lovely.
Anthem just gives Ella a like. No, did you notice them that they're blinking?
I mean, they're focused.
So thirsty.
Okay. So, in the other room, as she looks across everybody, you'll see that the nobles who are on the council step forward, and everyone else sits. And they all look to her and they say, "To the Empress." And in particular, I mean, you can recognize each of them. You've studied who would be who. And then...
You got Pete, Stephanie. Sorry. No, I have to... I should revise, I think. It's
Do you want their actual names again?
sure, yes, please.
So Marcel Krafka is there.
Yep.
Karl Strelov. Ancient Carlos. And Wayan Reyes.
And who's right?
Wayan Reyes. She's the one that you know her name because Lady V was staying with her
Right.
at that council's estate.
That name rings a bell in my head, and I don't know.
Wei-Yun is the changeling and the main one they interact with in Deep Space Nine.
Oh.
Which is not where that came from, but that Wei-Yun is that.
Okay.
But that's not what's triggering something else?
I don't know.
Just the combo of those two words?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I've heard it before.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it seems unlikely because I made it up by putting two things together from some random thing.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't pick up on Raj Fretters, so
Yeah.
That took a long time.
Yeah.
We dumb.
He even wears the same sweater.
Yeah.
Hey, it doesn't involve naughty bits, so I did not register the joke.
And I am just figuring out what kindness is, so we're getting there.
Okay.
You know, tiny trains.
Even that tiny train.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We suck.
Well, should we carry on with this scene?
And here we go, where they acknowledge it, and you would know enough in the room to be able to say that this means an acknowledgement for them that, yes, Aurora will take Vogel, and she makes a motion to one of the guards not far from her, and she says, "Collect our missing councilman." And for the rest of the nobles here in the room, and her voice doesn't boom,
Just a
but it carries steadily to all ears. And as she sort of spins around and looks at everyone, and she's just across the room.
Do we hear it from in our room?
This time you do.
Okay.
And you just hear, "At the conclusion of high tea, we come again together to congratulate the community for making choices that defend Orleana for the Empress." And everyone responds.
For the Empress.
for the Empress. I say for the Empress.
And you watch as she, moves her hand over top of this box that...
How do you get there so much faster? That is wild.
As she moves her hand to close the chest.
The brain's never got there.
And all of these mimic baby eggs that might have been used for something else terrible had you not intervened. And she kind of just puts the chest on her hip. And then she says, "Come on."
Mimic babies.
And she spins to turn to leave the room and just kind of dusts her dress off once. And then she passes
I
the
say,
chest.
may I bring my companions along?
We're going back to them.
Oh, good.
And she passes the chest to a guard, one of the Imperial guards, who takes it, and then you watch as a quick motion happens, and it seems to be no longer visible.
May I ask I suppose, a business question? How much for one of those eggs?
That is a good question. What do you have to offer that is not gold? What do you have? Want to change your mind about the whole triangle situation? I'd take that. You could take the whole chest.
That is not my mind alone to be changed. Mm-hmm. After you, please.
No other offers?
I will.
Come on.
I will assess my assets and see.
Well, they don't stay babies forever.
Ain't that the truth?
And as you walk down this hall and you arrive back into the room, and she opens the door up and she's like, well, I'd expected to come in somewhat excitedly covered in blood. But unfortunately, I arrived back to the room with you all perfectly clean.
Wait, that you were going to be covered in blood, or we were?
I mean, one can only hope. A girl could dream.
What the hell?
And she kind of steps up to the table and she pours herself some tea. And then she looks out and you guys all have wine and she's just like, psh, tea splashes down.
There you go.
And then you'll watch as someone comes running in and brings in some more glasses of wine and she picks one up. Okay, so, where were we?
What happened out there?
Yeah, what happened?
What was that?
Nobles. Be nobling.
You okay?
Of course I am. We just had a chat is all.
Oh, Allah, very interesting for you. Roth's in big trouble.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Even better. Thank you.
I mean, it wasn't just for you. It was,
Yeah.
of course, in the interest of the empire
Need any,
and our ongoing communion.
Yeah. Need any witness statements about him being a bigger shitbag than one would expect?
Set. Also, if it's touched by you all, it somewhat means it's often connected to whatever you're doing. So, take the information and use it.
I'm assuming that's information you got.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on. I feel like Mog.
I'm just happy to hear that Roth is in trouble. Hopefully it actually ends with
The
it.
purchases of property that you've been following, and the mines that have been established, and the jewelry.
What?
People are being manipulated
Okay.
through magic to do things that are connected to what you are all working on.
Oh, like by Halilon? Probably?
I think so.
Okay. To do what?
Make a mess of the world and the people.
I mean, that explains why someone got duped into that bomb.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You're being very vague, make a mess, blah, blah, blah.
I know.
Like an area where you want to, like, send us to or something? Because, I mean, I don't exactly know where we should be going next.
In the event that the gods don't tell us, perhaps a nudge in the right direction would be helpful.
That's what I'd like to give you.
Oh, thank God. One of them. Any of them. Anyway.
Well, let's take the ones on our triangle side.
What do you mean? Which one's
Ah,
first?
Let's think
so you do have a side.
Which one did she motion to?
Everyone always has a side.
the side with the Lagrapinia and the rest of our collection of
Sweet.
gods.
Okay. Nope.
Haladon had a lair.
Oh.
It moves. It's very difficult to track down.
Oh.
I don't know how he does it. I'd love to know how he does it. I think it's probably a magic item. Not unlike the way your cloak moves you. But what if it could do a whole ship?
That'd be handy.
Quite. And, of course, it would belong to the Empress. Once we secure it.
Can we have it if we secure it?
Alla, I think that you'll be able to make a lot of requests if you can fix this.
All right.
I mean, if we can fix this, yeah. At a certain point, we just say this is ours. Yes, there's not the requesting things. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Right? I think if we accomplish this together.
I have things I'd like to request.
Wait. You say together. What do you mean? Are you offering us help?
Space
way?
to do what you need to do on behest of the gods.
Sure.
This so like you're just claiming credit for not doing anything. Your indifference is not going to help us.
It does.
Well,
A lot.
Yeah, not having one of the largest forces in the world at our heels is actually quite handy.
Not just the
You'll get
armies,
help
but the,
all along the way from the Imperial guards.
there you go.
You got like a letter for us or something? We can like show up at a guardhouse and be like,
more like a token.
Like in the
You won't be stopped. You'll be given space to make your moves and some gold if you needed to do your purchasing.
Sure. I mean, or like
expenses.
Great. Either the gold for things would be handy along the way, but also now if you had like better gear, then
Just know that I anticipate being blocked by whatever opposes you. Because it has caused many problems on my end to even make this meeting happen. And the fact that it's been permitted to happen also makes me hesitant. I mean, what if the God of Lies is somehow manufactured this exact arrangement? And then we're in this boat again.
I suspect it's more that like they might have been blocking the arrangements and like Alagrapenia brought me here. So if this is happening, I have to assume that
Why is Hest weaker than ever? You know, it's just
wait, what? How do you know that?
the difficulty of finding you has been connected to a block in the truth.
oh well, we knew this guy that like was a servant of Hest and like he just like last night managed to like
we
shatter
just-
his curse.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
But it might have something to do with that.
The curse is still upon him, but it has been weakened
Dampened,
severely.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chef guy, like big 9-foot bear,
Yes.
he chooses
okay.
form now and say his own name.
That's
I've-
not bad. That's
Eaten the food of Chef Aladdin.
Yeah. So did all the people who blew up at the Gandhi Club. Well, the recipe. In
Actual name,
that night.
Nathaniel.
Oh wait.
I know that name.
Yeah, Floric the Hest.
The Hest.
Yeah.
I've eaten those cookies too.
Is that a double entendre?
probably Hest.
How well do you? What is your relationship with Farin?
What do you mean?
You obviously have a allegiance to the Empress. And
Beyond all else.
yes, that seems apparent in what you've been saying. But where is your standing with Farin? Because it seems that her actions have been in conjunction with you, but also in opposition by getting us out of the forest when you were after.
The woman
us.
walks the line. She's often a problem,
Okay.
but she's often a solution.
Okay. So you know my situation, then, obviously. Okay.
Do you need us to fix it?
My personal situation? More so concerned with what do you know about last night? Or yesterday at the Roth's place?
I think mostly everything.
Okay. How do you feel about her trying to potentially kill however many nobles were at that party yesterday?
But she didn't. It's not her.
Yeah, I think the question
If
is who
someone's been
hired her.
hired, if someone hires things, then it's all about do we catch them, and are they doing it against the wishes of the Empress? Are you
So-
acting against the wishes of the Empress in this case last night? Yes.
Oh,
Will someone pay with their life? Yes.
Okay. Well, then what I would ask.
Who do you?
Yeah,
Who's gonna pay with their life?
I don't know yet.
Because, I mean, also, the use of her services is, sure, maybe someone hired that to happen, but at the same time, she knows what the outcomes of those things are. And there were, not only was the chef in working with the, like, there were multiple cookies on site that were responsible for what we stopped from happening, by the way.
I suspect that she's paid Madame Farine for about the same thing to somebody else. So it's like,
I guess that's true.
sort of, I think, how that kind of...
It's everything
Almost
gets more
mercenary.
complicated when you are at a level of having to make sacrifices in order to also get positive outcomes in the end, which we do. And we will. Because you will defeat Haladon, the moons will move again, and everyone's magic will be safe so that Orleana can continue to protect the world.
Do you know Farine's whereabouts? Currently?
I can't answer that, but yes. Because currently is a very large word.
Right now.
Yeah, I would think it's actually a really small.
Yeah. Right now and for the next day. Like, how, I mean,
I literally could tell you right now. And now, and now, and now, and now, and now,
I
and
don't know
now.
where she's going to be. Wait, what? Is she here?
No.
Okay. Okay.
It's not important. We will fix it for you.
Okay.
For
More
now.
so, not just me, but for Rock.
I understand.
Okay.
Your son.
Yeah.
Wow, you're really on top of things.
Yeah, that's a little too on top of things.
You could be on top of something else. So,
Where? You said you were
Okay,
going to point us
so-
in a direction.
At the Dragon Wagon, I will leave for you a package of information.
Okay.
It is not easy to track down where he is, otherwise I'd already be there and I'd already have done this work. So I can't catch him. Something is interfering with the whole process, which is obviously the fucking gods. We know I'm not the person selected to do this.
God of love. Fucking gods. I mean, you're smart. I'm sure you got there. Just think it's fun to say.
Okay, here's another thing. Clearly, you want to catch Haladon. Do you have a way that we can get a hold of you, like a sending stone or something?
Yes.
And we just like tape an X to a window or something.
No, let's do something more. So here's my concern. Everything that I give you could disrupt what's happening. So I'll give you a sending stone that communicates directly with me. If it's lost or becomes not possible to do, we need a backup. My concern is, in the way that I've been following you, my attempts to communicate with you previously have not worked out.
Oh, really?
How'd you
Yes!
attempt to communicate with us?
There have been so many ways.
Yeah, I could just, I don't need a stone. Now that I've met you, I could just,
As can I.
I was about to reach out to you, and you disappeared from existence
win.
days ago.
That seems weird.
That does seem weird.
For how long?
It was a brief moment, but it meant that the spell didn't work. I was concerned
Okay.
that for some reason, even just the attempting to do it could end your lives.
I mean, I don't know how that would have worked, but yeah.
Yeah, glitch in the tapestry, sort of, I guess.
Yeah, that's weird.
I mean, probably has something like Mog got her corkscrew in that moment. Maybe it's just like that sensual interaction.
Oh,
interfering
yeah,
with
yeah,
things.
there was, like, gods intervening.
I'll
Yeah,
give
that's
you,
fair. No,
here,
that's-
like, we'll do a stone. But if it gets lost, we need something else. Because the
Then let
gods who oppose us will stand in the way.
then let the stone be the contingency between the two of us.
So
If
what?
we cannot handle it, then
I mean,
the
we-
stone would.
We
Just
just,
go ahead.
you know, we're good with guards and stuff wherever we go. I mean, we could do like a sealed message or something if you trust them to get it to you without prying.
What do you have in mind?
And you watch as she grabs from underneath her skirt a small bag of holding.
You have a lot under there. That is pretty wild. That was not innuendo. That I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
It's where my brain went.
disappointed, Onovan.
Yeah. Could
Okay.
give us a tour of everything under there if you want.
Later. So she pulls the little
Yeah.
bag and then unfurls from it a piece of paper, and it appears blank. If you write a message to me, I'll get it,
Okay.
It's pretty cool.
and I'll reply.
Through this.
Yes.
Okay. How many, like once a day kind of thing, or all the time?
No, anytime you write on it.
Okay.
You could allow me to hold that. I have a way to send coded messages away from other such prying eyes.
Sure. Whatever. You can trade it back and forth.
So
Speaking of having information that we got to send to people, got any good riddles?
What?
Ah.
Well, I told Barnabas that I'd send him some riddles, and I only had a chance to send him one so far.
I'll think on it and send you riddles.
Awesome.
I feel like somehow that's going to cost us more than we want.
Okay, so
I would love to go drinking with Barnabas again.
do you understand my concern that I want to get involved? I would love to kill Haladon. The harder I try, the more unlikely it gets for me.
Yeah, if we get hot
Somehow-
on his heels, we'll let you know.
The gods chose you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why, but, here for it.
And I'm not sure that the gods chose me so much as that I represent something else to them.
I mean, you're the one that said that, like, things are predestined, so, like, if you got
I
tied in with
merely-
us, then the
I
gods want you to be
merely
tied in with us.
suggested it. I did not.
So I think that much like me not being able to chase him, however he's got whatever he's got working for him, that becomes the way to find him. It's almost like you have to not be looking.
Right.
Well, that hasn't worked because we actually have not been looking for him for the last few days, and we found so many other things. But yeah.
I would have an audience with the Empress upon the slaying of Haladon.
Okay. We can try to make that happen.
And in the meantime, I will take one of those eggs.
Wait, but did we make eggs?
Yes.
I mean, we did technically secure all of them, by the way.
It'd be kind of fun to have a pet mimic.
Yeah, services rendered, as I was saying. Those were being stolen, and we secured them, and then Strix took credit, but it was us who did it.
Ella's 100% genuine here. She just thinks it would be super fun to have a pet as a mimic.
It will
Mimic
not
is a
be.
pet.
It will not be a conspicuous.
They're ever so little
Pet.
right now. Okay. Okay, so when the time is right, I will send you.
Chunkus.
What's chunkers?
That's
Sentient.
Our
dust
other
bunny.
pet.
Well, you don't know about that? That's weird. We got it from Zelmak. It's a sentient dust bunny that is slowly, seemingly getting more powerful by the day. You'll probably have to kill it eventually.
There's still plenty
Nah,
you
it's
don't.
awesome.
There's still plenty you don't know. It seems, and that, as you suggest, seems to be for the best.
As much as I would love to find out more, I already know, having chased this story and this moment, it wasn't until I thought I would stop that I'm suddenly able to have this meeting, which has been fantastic and delightful. And I will give you the information that I can, not through this moment, but I will tell you about his ship.
Cool.
and crashed into a tree.
What?
And then it was gone. And then it was somewhere else. And now they move. And the cult travels around. And as I understand it, many of them are just going out there and disrupting weddings.
Yeah, there was like someone that showed up and like fucked up the whole wedding, and I had to like re-put love on the path to love or whatever.
When did that happen?
In Rake. When I went out with Charlotte and she invited me to a wedding, I talked about this. Long talks.
I don't think you did.
No, I definitely talked
Okay.
about the wedding being like, and then like it being to do with love and stuff. Love being messed up.
The elements at Move, like I've said, the harder you try, the more they disrupt. I know that every time it's been spotted, this ship stuck in a tree, every time we've been able to see it or spot it,
It's always in a tree.
it's always in a tree.
Sounds druidy.
Oh.
Ship is stuck in a tree.
Okay.
Like, what kind of ship? Like airship or like
No.
like water ship?
Like it would be on the ocean. But instead it's in a tree. I have not caught it myself.
How big of a ship?
Infuriating.
How big of a tree?
It is a decent-sized naval vessel
Okay.
Okay, so big, yes. That which
And-
means a big tree,
and
or
a
is it?
big tree.
Okay, it isn't like a dumb absurd thing, like a big ship in a tiny tree.
That would be a dumb thing.
I just don't want to see. It's so.
Well, I don't think it's like a toothpick. I mean, that would be dumb.
Is
Okay,
it like
yes,
the size of like the parliament or smaller or
Larger than the parliament.
larger than the parliament? That's a big ship. Okay. Is it a? You said naval. It's not a air.
No.
dirigible?
It must have been on the ocean at some point.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
Most things are. What else do you know about Haladon? Like, where is he from?
Yeah, what's his backstory?
That is actually a good question.
And you said something about like he cannot have love, so he wants to like destroy the world. Do you know who did he love? Who spurned him?
Yeah, maybe he just needs to find the right person.
Yeah.
He was in love once.
With who?
A young woman. And then she was turned into a were-rat. And she didn't love him. But she loved the other were-rat that they ran away together. And he began some diabolical experiments.
Oh.
This other were-rat didn't happen to wear short shorts, did he?
Yeah, never nude, Tobias.
I don't know.
No, I doubt it, because
Sorry.
Were-rats don't all know each other.
If we, that's very true. But if we found out that piece of shit was the key to everything, I would be so mad. A land would be mad.
What was the young lady's name?
I don't know.
You don't know. Where did this happen?
Here.
Oh,
in Orleana.
He's from here? He's
Yes.
a local?
Not to Portalis.
Okay.
He went to the colleges across this country, though. He's trained magically all over the world. He was a rising star in the wizard community. Friend of some of them? I mean, they could... wizards. Some of them get into their academic life and fall into their books and their scrolls and their learning and their research, and they never really come out of it. Some of them go into politics, and, they're all just people. But we all know that anyone can do terrible things. And for some reason, this particular wizard started doing terrible things all the time.
Haladon or a different particular wizard?
Haladon.
Okay. So these wizards that, are in favor of him, you got, that sounds like it might be a good place to start, going to visit one of them if you have some names for us.
I think you'll probably have to go to a wedding to catch one.
great. What wedding? Is it going to be fancy?
Wait, there was a whole wedding that we were that we had an invitation to.
It's probably the one I'd like to suggest.
Oh,
We had an invitation to a wedding? How do I not remember this?
this was days ago.
You drank a lot.
No, it also ties to the scroll that you were after. It's supposed to go to this wedding.
Yeah, considering it's only been like 6 days, I've had 2 weddings already. It's pretty great.
Oh yeah.
One of them I got to officiate. Which is why
Well-
that werebeaver and weremoose got to be protected. I just
Okay.
fucking married them.
My good friend, the Warlock Smith's wedding is in jeopardy, and I'll send you all of the details so that you can hopefully ensure that they do get married, but also whatever agent from Haladon shows up, you'll be there
Where?
to catch him at the wedding.
No, where is the wedding?
I'm going to send you all that information because she's got a package for you, and we're going to do that in the next episode!
Lord Dump! Lord Dump! Give me some
Wedding
info.
and a brawl. Great night for Allah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode of Eat, Slay, Love.
Real quick, I forgot to mention this. I'm going to stop doing the voice. I forgot to mention this during the beginning of this, but join us on Thursdays if you love these characters and you want to see more of them. We've been doing them on Thursdays in Baldur's Gate. That was the other thing I forgot to mention. So Thursdays on Twitch /QuestKeep, Baldur's Gate playthrough, Gate Slay Shove, where you can see the characters from Eat, Slay, Love, as well as Hammerlane has
Once
been
in a while.
there in place of Mog, and also Pietro made the appearance when Onovan wasn't there. Maybe we'll have different ones tied to different people not being there.
I wasn't there last week. I better have clothes on. We'll see.
You do. You were in your mind palace.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, good.
We brought Sexy Hot with us.
Yeah.
Oh, cool, cool.
But we'll have to change your outfit now to a deep V.
I'll find one.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Okay, speaking of that, out there in our world, do you have really cool outfits that your characters are known for wearing? Please share with us on our Discord. We would love to see what you're doing. You got hero forges? You wanna post some pictures? Let us know.
Pixar, it didn't happen.
That would be awesome. Thank you for joining us. When you roll the dice, you make the magic happen.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody!
Yeah.